Hello, my name is Jeff Hayes, and this is I know the title is like accuses incompetence and stuff, but this is a valid question. And if it isn't, has to do with the employees in the court clerk's office, then let me know, because from everything I know, you guys are responsible for data entry on stuff like this when it comes to cases that go before the court. Back in 2020, I got a background check for Lowe's. I knew I wasn't going to get the job, but I still was going to put in, because I've been locked out of positions that I know I qualify for because of these bogus charges, and I've got so much irrefutable evidence, and still nobody in Oklahoma is doing anything except sitting on their hands, I guess, and hoping for this to disappear, but it's not, because I'm still being punished for something I didn't do to start with by some very corrupt people that were exposed. And they were mad at me because I turned them in, which is what you're supposed to do. Okay, so this is everything here. So here I fill this out, because you have to fill this out yourself. You have to give them all the data, and then it does a check on its own. So I gave them the correct address, and of course I wrote down wrongly convicted, because that's the God's honest truth. And I have all kinds of proof showing it, and Oklahoma has no proof to where they can deny it. And you thought with all that proof against you, you'd at least try to make it right and admit it was a mistake by certain individuals and CYA your own thing. But the longer you go on and ignore it, that just tells everybody else that maybe there are no honest people in Oklahoma, because nobody's standing up to do anything about this. So everybody's watching. And so now the longer you guys go like this, everybody's thinking that, yeah, this is true for the whole state, because they're not even trying to correct it. So here's where we get to what I've been talking about. And I know that this address was used to gain an illegal warrant, arrest warrant against me, because what they did was they purposely put the wrong address and sent a registered letter to it, and got it back saying that I didn't respond. I found out about this when I called in to pay on a fine, and I've been taking the DA. You got these meetings that show that if you can pay it or not, and showing them all these copies of emails that where I was turned down because of the bogus charges. So I was looking for work, but you can't find it when you're handicapped by things on your record that you didn't commit. So the address is the parole and pardons address in Tulsa for Oklahoma's penitentiary things. See, and it's saying that I was arrested on 17th of June 2014 there. So how do you figure that? But this is the address they used to get a bogus arrest warrant against me. And I know Campbell and Redmond were in on it, because Campbell was getting ready to leave office. His term was coming up. So I guess he wanted to tuck me away till, we got back in office. And he wasn't elected because of any popularity. He ran unopposed. And that could be because his family might have power or something, or somebody was like, nobody wanted to run against him because he might have some influence. Who knows? But I've come to find out, if you're willing to put your personal in front of your thing, especially in a judge's position, you shouldn't be there to start with at all. And they should punish you severely. Because in certain ways, if you don't even follow Oklahoma law, and you're not following federal law, and you're not following Canada, that would be borderline treason, I'm thinking. So here we have my thing, county clerk, and these are justifiable questions. Okay, first off, I want to know, did you graduate high school? Because I'm thinking, do you know how to read? Do you know how reading comprehension skills? Alright? I'm not picking, I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know who's actually responsible for data entry, but everything I've been told is it's you guys, your office. So were you trained to perform the proper use at the terminals at your desk, Some of you have terminals, some of you don't. I don't know. I never really paid attention. Do you perform your job or do you goof off? Well, I've been around full groups of women, and if they're not being held accountable, they'll sit there and lollygag all day. So if you got your job because of your family connections, you're probably lollygagging all day. Okay, how did you attain your positions? This is where I'm going to say, was it family connection? Were your family used to get you a job, a cushy job, because you're their little girl, and you didn't really have to perform? Because a lot of companies around here that get their family members get cooked up, they are some of the worst employees I've ever seen. They don't do nothing. They goof off all day, sit on their phones. Or did you get it by your sole ability on your work skills? See, I don't know. All I see is that this hasn't been fixed yet, and it should have been fixed. Chosen. Well, I'm saying I don't care about how you were chosen. The results are sloppy. I mean, it's unprofessional. I would accept this kind of thing to go 2 years without being corrected. Very unprofessional. Apparently there's too much gossip time or something. I don't know what's going on because I don't go there, but something is interfering with the performance of your duties, or you've been told not to touch my record. Now I'm offering that I have work skills and everything that nobody else in this area has. I'm a better worker than a lot of people in this because I have ethical and moral values, and I have knowledge. Now I'm asking if you guys know any people that are good, integrity, and seeing justice done, because I haven't found one. I've been looking since 2014. And I've gotten to the belief that I don't think any live in Oklahoma. They've had all this time to stand up and nobody stood up. Here's if you want to see irrefutable proof backing up my case here. Here's a whole bunch of videos. All of them have the court's own documents of self-incrimination. They don't know how to conduct a difference between a federal and a misdemeanor case. I mean, they treat everything like a joke, but it's not a joke when it's happening to you. I mean, to them, they're having their own little fun going, ha ha, look what I did to you. And it's like, and you didn't even do anything wrong. And then I was hoping somebody in Oklahoma that, you know, a strong passion for seeing justice done and they had integrity and honor and everything would step forward after all this evidence is like clear as day in front of your face. I mean, even if you're blind, you know, you couldn't miss it. But yet, nobody has stood up. That's like when Wallace Copley said that no judge has gone against another judge and he'd be setting precedent. How long has this judge position in Oklahoma been violating the law of the land, their own canon, and everything, their own constitution? See, here again, it's the wrong address, and this has really got a $5,000 bond. This is something Redmond and Campbell were doing because he was getting ready to, you know, his term was ending. Okay? So there's $5,000 cash. I found out about it. I went down and went to a judge that I knew wasn't, I was hoping wasn't, you know, as Campbell and Powers was. Somebody who actually took their position serious and didn't commit crimes while doing their job. So here's where I got this document. I went to this individual. I went there on my own, and I told him, here this is. I said, I didn't get any letter or any notification about this. I found out about the warrant, and as soon as I found out, I came down here to you guys, and he says, how the warrant? I said, it's the wrong address. And so I didn't receive any notification because they purposely put the wrong address. So he said, he wrote the right address down. He said, take this to the county clerk's, court clerk's office and point it out to them and have them fix that. So that's exactly what I did. That was the last time I seen anybody in the county clerk's office. And the lady I gave it to said, yes, we'll take care of it. Okay, now here is what they were trying to do, is they were trying to get my suspended sentence revoked. They were saying that I failure to pay. Well, there's a difference. They cannot prosecute you if you're poor or if your income status. And I told them that. I said there's a difference between failure to pay a fine and unable to pay a fine, because it is illegal to prosecute somebody because they're poor. I don't care what the fine is. You tell them that, then they can't prosecute you because they know you're poor. Some will try to tell you, oh, we can throw you in jail anyway. No, they can't. If you've done your best to pay that fine, looking for work and everything. Now, failure is if you have a job, you have the money, and you refuse. But if you're unable, that's different. So I pointed that out. And so I also told them, since it was a COVID-19 thing, I said, if Campbell throws me in prison, I'm going to file felony life endangerment charges against him. Because in prison, I'll be able to bring that up. And I couldn't understand why he was like, why are you throwing me in prison? This will be my opportunity to bring this case up before an Oklahoma federal judge. So y'all have a good time. If you're not guilty of this, please take care of it or let me know. You have a good day now.